Hi everyone, and welcome to Creative Chelsea. Today I'm excited to be participating in the Global Stampin Video Hop, where we're going to be sharing with you some celebration projects. Today I'm going to be sharing the Awesome Otter stamp set and how you can create this really fun birthday card with that stamp set. If you are new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, click on the subscribe button and then the bell for notifications. I would love to be your Stampin' Up demonstrator and help you with any of your paper crafting needs. To purchase any of the products that you see today, please visit my online store and the link is in the description below. So Celebration begins in January of 2022. And starts on the 4th and goes until the end of February. The Awesome Otters is one of the free stamp sets that you can get with a $50 order. And it's just a really fun one. It definitely has a birthday feeling to it, but I do want to show you at the end of the video some fun cards that you can create using the stamp set that are not necessarily birthday themed. But today I do want to share with you this really cute birthday card, and we are going to be pulling in a second stamp set for these balloons here. So let's go ahead and get started making this card. So to create this card, we're going to be doing some stamping just on some scratch paper. We're going to do two otters standing next to each other. So we're going to begin with the first otter on the left. And my scratch paper is 4 inches by 4 inches. I do want to make sure I have enough room for those balloon strings at the top. So I'm using Memento black ink because I want to color these in with Stampin' Blend markers. So next I'm going to do a masking technique, and that's where you, on another piece of paper, and I like to use Post-it notes because they're sticky, you're going to stamp your image and then cut out along the edge where you're going to stamp a second image. And because I want to stamp my second image on the right side, I only trimmed the right edge of this otter. I didn't worry about trimming out the left. Then you're going to take your mask and adhere it right over your first image, and then you'll stamp a second image where you want it, and then any of those overlapping parts will not be stamped on your first image. And so you get layering with masks. So you can see here that that first image is in the front and then the second image is in the back. So we have these two cute little otters standing next to each other. Then I'm pulling in the balloon from the Penguin Place stamp set. We've got this balloon string here, and then we've got a nice solid balloon. Now you could use any stamp set that you may have. I know that there have been some past paper pumpkins that have had some balloons. And if you don't have a stamp set that has balloons, you could also just create your own with a circle, maybe punch or die, and then just cut out a little triangle and then use like a marker for the string. So lots of options for this as well. But the Penguin Place is going to still be available after the holiday mini catalog has retired. And so I thought that that would be a fun one to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp 2 balloon strings in the left hand, or I guess my left, of this otter here. I'm going to do them at different levels and at angles. Maybe this one I'll move up a little higher. Okay, so just so that he's holding those 2 balloons. And I'm not worrying about masking these little hands because I want the balloon string to look like it's actually being held and not floating behind the hand. And then stamped 1 on the right side of the second. So we're holding 2 and then 1. Now, if you wanted to add more balloons, you definitely could do that as well. I just think 3 is a really nice number. So the next step is we're going to color our otters and then we're going to fussy cut this out. Now I looked up some reference images of otters, and they all kind of have some brown gray tones, and so I pulled out my Stampin' Blend markers that have similar color tones. So I've got my crumb cake, and I did use the crumb cake in the center area on my otters. And then I also have the smoky slate, dark and light, and then I have my gray granite, dark and light. For my otters, I wanted there to be a slight color change, and so you can see that the one in front is just a little lighter than the one in back. And so this one uses the light and dark gray granite, and then this one uses the dark gray granite with the light smoky slate, just to give it a little darker feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my light crumb cake in the center of both of these otters. Okay, and if you wanted to add a little bit of shadow to those, you can definitely do that with your dark crumb cake. Maybe just add a little bit at the bottom. And then blend that out with your light crumb cake. And then for the bodies, like I said, I'm going to use my light and dark gray granite, and I'm going to begin by doing a little outlining with my dark gray granite. So there's my shadows and the dark outline, and then I'm going to blend that all together and fill in the rest of the body with my light gray granite. So you'll get something like that. Make sure to be careful around the eyes because you want them to be nice and bright. You don't want any color in them. Then I'm going to just take my dark smoky slate and fill in the nose so it's nice and dark there. All right, so my first one is all done. And then I'm going to do something very similar over here with my light smoky slate as my shadow. Okay, so then there's my dark one, and you can see how it's nice to just have that little variation between the otters. So in the cards that I'm going to be showing you after we make this card, when I've colored my otters, I've used all different combinations of the 3 different color combo packs of Stampin' Blend markers. Oh, and I did forget his little nose with the dark smoky slate. Okay. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and fussy cut this out. All right, so that is all done. And the nice thing is you don't have to be too detailed with this fussy cut because it is going on a white background. And so that's just going to go ahead and blend in to the background. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our balloons. And I am using 2 different colors of green. For my original card, I have 2 different colors of blue. I've used Balmy Blue and Night of Navy. And you could make this in so many different colors. So don't feel like it has to be only blues or greens. This would look great in reds, pinks, yellows, so many colors. So my light color is going to be Soft Succulent, and then I have Shaded Spruce for my dark color. And I'm going to stamp 2 in my light Soft Succulent. And then I'm just going to go right over to my Shaded Spruce. Make sure I get a nice even amount of ink on there. Okay. And then I do have a retired punch that I can use to punch this out. I like to hold on to some of these fun punches that Stampin' Up offers, even though they're maybe not available to purchase anymore. This would be an easy balloon to just fussy cut out as well, if you don't by chance have this punch. All right, so now that those are all stamped and punched, we are ready to put our card together. So I've got a card base here of crumb cake. I liked how it coordinated nicely with the otters. I also have a piece of the soft succulent cardstock. It is 4 inches by 5.5 inches, and that's just gonna go right in the center. I did cut a piece of basic white cardstock that is 3 7/8 by 5.5, and then I've embossed it with the new gingham embossing folder, and this can be found in the new mini catalog that's going to be coming out on January 4th. So I'll just show you that fun pattern that it creates. I just thought it was really fun graphic pattern and perfect for birthdays. So I'm going to add this to the center of the soft succulent cardstock with just a little bit of adhesive. I like to use liquid adhesive on embossing folders or paper that has been embossed with embossing folders because of the different levels of texture. So then it can kind of make sure to grip all those textures and you get a stronger bond. So just smooth it out with your bone folder on the back so that the adhesive doesn't bubble up, and then you can add this to your card with some regular adhesive if you'd like. And that just goes in the center with a little bit of border on the left and right side. So just try to match the border. So you'll get this nice thin border on this side, and you just want to have the color cardstock coordinate with your color of balloons. So then on the back of the otters, I have already added some dimensionals, and they're going to be placed about center on my card. Super cute. And then for the balloons, you're going to pick one of the balloons and you'll add just regular adhesive on the back. Maybe we'll use the liquid glue because it will be adhered to our embossed paper. And this one I'm going to place, I'll place it here on the right side. Trying to just line it up with the direction of the string. And then the other two are on dimensionals, and you want to just switch up the colors a little bit. So this one is going to go on the right side, and then this one, I think I might switch these actually. Move this one over here, and this one over here. There we go. Just so there's a little bit of a color change between those. And then you're going to add your greeting at the bottom. And because this is my birthday card, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the birthday greeting that is in the Awesome Otters. So it says it's birthday time. And I'm going to do that in my darker green color, which is Shaded Spruce. And just stamp that right in the center. So then you'll get something like this. So then I'm going to add it to my card with dimensionals just at the bottom below the otters. And I want it to line up on the right side with the straight edge. And I did flag the left side just to add a little bit of fun to that greeting. Let's see, it's not quite straight. So I'm just gonna pop up that side and bring it down just a little bit. All right, and that card is all done. So here are the two different versions. I just love how fun and cute these little otters are. So I want to share with you a couple other cards I made with this stamp set. So the first one is a nice simple card. I used the watercolor shape stamp in the back just to create a little square of water, and then popped up my otter. I colored the water with balmy blue and stamped in balmy blue as well. And then add a little bit of color with this strip. And this strip is another Sale-a-bration item. It comes from the Sunshine and Rainbows designer series paper. And that's just a 1/2 inch, a little flagged on each side, and then added just for a little bit of fun. So nice, quick, and simple card. And then for my second card that I want to share, I wanted to make something just a little bit different and use the otter that's kind of floating in the water and just have him hold something different. So here you can see that the original image shows him holding a fish, and in my card he's holding 2 little hearts. And so all you need to do to get this effect is to do an X-Acto knife around the edge of the hands, and you can keep them together. I didn't separate the hands at all, and then you just slide in the little images that you want the cute little otter to hold. And then all the other fun papers and the greeting, they all come from the Sweet Talk suite of products. So the paper is the Sweet Talk designer series paper. I did stamp the hearts on this nice soft petal pink paper and then added some fun patterns to the background. And then the stamp set is the Sweet Conversations stamp set. And I stamped the hearts on the paper, these ones here, and then just did an individual heart from that stamp. And the Sweet Heart dies is where I got the 2 little heart dies and then just cut those out in Real Red and Petal Pink, or Blushing Bride, sorry. Did the Real Red and Blushing Bride hearts. And then the greeting also came from the Sweet Conversations. I just did the Otterly from the Otterly Awesome, and then Happy to Have You in My Life. So used both of those there to kind of pull in the cute otter, and then to have it be kind of more of a Valentine's card. And then of course, I love these iridescent rhinestones. They are just super fun to add to your projects. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this fun birthday card using the Awesome Otters Sale-a-bration stamp set. If you're interested in getting written instructions or seeing close-up images of this project, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. If you need any of the Stampin' Up! Products you saw today, please use the link in the description below to order from my online store. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.